Triumph IAS Daily Prelims Practice MCQ is a program that is exclusively designed for CSE 2023 aspirants. In this video discussion, we will discuss UPSC CSE Prelims previous 25-year questions. Question number 1. Increase in absolute and per capita real GNP do not connote a higher level of economic development if Option 1. Industrial output fails to keep pace with agricultural output. Option 2. Agricultural output fails to keep pace with industrial output. Option 3. Poverty and unemployment increase. Option 4. Imports grow faster than exports. The correct answer is option C. Economic development includes not only economic growth but also various other economic changes that improve the quality of life or standard of living of people in a country. If with economic growth, a country experiences various economic changes such as a reduction in poverty and unemployment, reduction in income and wealth inequality, increase in literacy rate, improvement in health and hygiene, etc., that improve the quality of life, then that is economic development. If gains of increase in per capita income are grabbed by a small section of society, then economic growth will not lead to economic development. Question number 2. Consider the following statements. Human capital formation as a concept is better explained in terms of a process which enables. Number 1. Individuals of a country to accumulate more capital. Number 2. Increasing the knowledge, skill levels and capacities of the people of the country. Number 3. Accumulation of tangible wealth. Number 4. Accumulation of intangible wealth. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option 1. 1 and 2 only. Option 2. 2 only. Option 3. 2 and 4 only. Option 4. 1, 3 and 4 only. The correct answer is option C. Human capital formation refers to stock of skill and expertise embodied in humans. Human capital is as important as physical capital for economic development. Human capital formation includes expenditure on education, on health and on on-job training. Intangible are key instruments of human capital formation, also implies the development of abilities and skills, knowledge among the population of the country. In order to develop various sectors of the economy, the country should introduce manpower planning for the development of its human resources. Question number 3. Consider the following statements. 1. The weightage of food in Consumer Price Index, CPI, is higher than that in Wholesale Price Index, WPI. 2. The WPI does not capture changes in the prices of services, which CPI does. 3. Reserve Bank of India has now adopted WPI as its key measure of inflation and to decide on changing the key policy rates. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option 1. 1 and 2 only. Option 2. 2 only. Option 3. 3 only 4. Option 4. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. Statement 1 is correct. The weightage of food in the CPI is close to 50%. Weightage of food group in WPI is 39.06%. Statement 2 is correct. The WPI inflation does not capture price changes of services but the CPI does. Statement 3 is incorrect. The Reserve Bank of India on 1st April 2014 adopted the Consumer Price Index, CPI, as the key measure of inflation. Till now the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, was using Wholesale Price Index, WPI, to gauge and measure indicative inflation projections. Question number 4. With reference to the Indian economy after the 1991 economic liberalization, consider the following statements. 1. Worker productivity per worker at 2004 to 2005 prices increased in urban areas while it decreased in rural areas. 2. The percentage share of rural areas in the workforce steadily increased. 3. In rural areas, the growth in the non-farm economy increased. 4. The growth rate in rural employment decreased. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option 1. 1 and 2 only. Option 2. 3 and 4 only. Option 3. 3 only. Option 4. 1, 2 and 4. The correct answer is option B. Statement 1 is incorrect. Productivity is a measure of the efficiency with which resources, both human and material, are converted into goods and services. There is wide disparity in worker productivity between rural and urban areas. India's labor productivity grew by over 14% every year. But between financial years of 2011 and 2015, this rate fell to just half of that, 7.4%, and continued its deceleration to just 3.7% between financial years of 2016 and 2018. Statement 2 is incorrect. The rate of growth in population and workforce during the last 4 decades in rural areas have always been lower than of the urban areas. Statement 3 is correct. Rural non-farm economy, in recent times, is considered as an effectual strategy for decentralization of economic activities to rural India. The economic census of LNDA estimates that around 41.89 million rural people are employed in non-agricultural establishments, which registered a growth rate of 4.56% during 1998 to 2005. As per the 2011 census, 68.8% of country's population and 72.4% of workforce resided in rural areas. However, steady transition to urbanization over the years is leading to the decline in the rural share in population, workforce and GDP of the country. So, statement 4 is correct. Question number 5. If you withdraw 1 lakh rupees in cash from your demand deposit account at your bank, the immediate effect on aggregate money supply in the economy will be: Option 1. To reduce it by 1 lakh. Option 2. To increase it by 1 lakh. Option 3. To increase it by more than 1 lakh. Option 4. To leave it unchanged. The correct answer is option D. M3 is equal to currency in circulation plus demand and time deposits in bank.